So this time I want to talk about kids who are aggressive, because once your child is a toddler or a preschooler and either going to a preschool or a play group or even in the park just meeting other kids, that's going to happen. They might experience what it's like to be hit or bitten or pushed by another child, or they might be the one doing it, and that's what I want to talk about this time. I find with most parents that that's harder for them to respond to and to deal with when it's their child who's aggressive than when it's somebody else's child. So there's three important things. The first one is that you need to intervene immediately and stop. So if your child is about to bite someone or hit or push, ideally you intervene before they've actually had the impact, but usually you intervene after it's already happened. You pick them up, you remove them, and you say something very simple like, "We don't bite," or "No hitting people," "No pushing." Don't get into a long discussion of why it's wrong to do it and why they've hurt somebody's feelings, because they'll lose you. You need to be very clear and very precise and short. No hitting. Then hold your child and give them a moment to calm down. Once you feel that they're a little less agitated, then you need to go to the next step, which is to frame what has happened. You said something like, "You bit Johnny and that's not okay, we don't bite people." And then the third step is to build the groundwork for empathy and civility. What do I mean by that? Helping your child actually feel empathic towards the child that he's hurt is very important. And at the same time, teaching them the sort of basics of civilized behavior, which is if we do something we're not supposed to and we hurt somebody, we say, "I'm sorry." You need to do that too. So let's give a specific example. Let's say your child has bit someone and you say, "No." You remove them, then you say, "No, we don't bite people." Then you say, "You bit Johnny and you really hurt him. You hurt his arm and you hurt his feelings." And then you see if your child can take that in. Sometimes it takes 20 minutes, sometimes it takes an hour, sometimes it takes 2 days. But don't forget to come back to that when you feel that your child is ready to hear, "You did this and you hurt his body and you hurt his feelings." And then you say, "What can you do to make him feel better?" And they're very simple things, like saying "I'm sorry," like if it's in a preschool setting, let's say, then going and getting either a cold pack to put on the bite, or a stuffed animal to hug, or making a picture if some time has elapsed. And some kids just need more time to wind down, then you can have them sit down and make a little picture and say, "I'm sorry, hope you feel better." In terms of saying "I'm sorry," what's important to realize is that's a very long process between parroting "I'm sorry" and meaning "I'm sorry." And if as a parent you get involved in a discussion and you say it like you mean it, you're not going to get anywhere. So saying "I'm sorry" is part of what we do. Don't get involved in a battle about say it again because it didn't sound like you mean it. More important for developing what I talked about is that empathy is to help your child pick something to do, much more powerful than words, to do to help the child that they've hurt feel better. Give it a try.